What's going on, everybody? This is Goddess Kendra. Shout out to Speaker. Shout out to YouTube. Electra gets news from a doctor. Stan's boss takes revenge after his underling bypasses him with an idea. Blanca is forced to give Damien tough love. So the episode starts off with Damien teaching them the ball routine, and he ends up being late for school. And from then, the teacher says, "Get out of my classroom." But prior to that, I'm assuming her brother or one of her students dies. It shows a picture of Chris Rock in the 80s. I'm assuming he died of like HIV complication or full-blown AIDS. So when Damien comes in, he's like, "Sorry, I had to walk. I live in Queens," or something like that. And she's like asking another student, "Well, where do you live?" "I live in such and such," which is further, and he's on time. She goes, "Well, get out my classroom." So I don't know if Damien is fully kicked out of school, but I felt because the teacher had a bad day, she took out her frustrations on Damien, which that is not cool. And then it shows, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he runs the balls. He's like the MC. I'm assuming his lover was in the hospital with HIV or AIDS complications, and he was upset. So Blanca's like, "What are you doing for Christmas?" He goes, "Oh, I'll probably go see a movie." No one's in the theater. And she's like, "No, what happened to the guy you were seeing?" "Oh, he's in the hospital." And she's like, "Oh, well, he just has pneumonia." And she's like, "Just because one minute you could love someone and then the next week they could die?" And he goes, "Well, have you told your children that you're HIV positive?" And she's like, "No, I have a legacy to keep up, and I don't want them to think that I'm leaving them anytime soon." So then Stan pitches an idea, and his manager was upset. So he goes to the house and brings gifts, and then rudely kisses Stan's wife on the lips, and then says, "Oh, I don't give him late hours." Puts it in the mind of his wife that he's cheating. And Angel gets what she wants. She gets an apartment paid for a year, I'm assuming. She's like, "Well, I know you have your family and everything, but please come see me." And then when he comes home with gifts, his wife is like, "So who is she? Who are you cheating with? Our daughter told me about the two gifts." He's like, "I'm not cheating on anybody." And she's like, "Well, your boss told me." He's like, I have like 10 managers that I talk to," which he's a lie. And then she's like, "All these things have been going on in my mind." And he's like, "Yeah, I bought 2 gifts. I bought you a necklace and a ring." So he guilts her into feeling bad. And then Angel's upset that Stan didn't come see her. Which I like to try to tell others, when your significant other is married, he or she is going to choose the wife. What do they say? It's cheaper to keep her. He's not going to leave his wife. The Angel is stupid. At the end of the day, in my life, if you say I'm married, but keep your ass over there. Because even when I was married, I'm like, "Sorry, we're going through shit. I ain't got time to try to dip into something else and lead you on and all this shit." And then men get an attitude like, "Sorry, I don't fuck 2 dicks at the same time." That's just one bad thing. I would like to leave one relationship and completely leave it alone than to lead somebody on. So Angel was upset. And then Electra gets the great news that the doctor wants to give her the surgery to turn the man parts into woman parts. She had been working with this doctor in the 70s to fully have natural remedies and stuff. So then she convinces her children, oh, let's go rob the Santa Clauses and get the money. You'll have a great Christmas, and takes the money to get her surgery started, which is very selfish. I mean, I don't like Elektra. She thinks she's better than people, and that's a terrible attitude to have. And I feel during this series that Blanca's gonna really be something, and because of Elektra's actions, that her house is gonna come to an end, and everybody's gonna want to be on her team. You know what I mean? I always tell people, never doubt the underdog. You never know what could happen. So then everybody's in the Christmas spirit. Little Poppy, Damien, Ricky, and then Angel is like, yeah, I don't want nothing for Christmas. So she tells the story. When I was 6 years old, my father took us Christmas shopping, and I saw these 4-inch pumps. I stole one from the store, and then when I got home, it fell out of my jacket pocket. I begged my parents to let me keep it. My dad slapped me, and he's never treated me the same since. So Christmas is ruined for Angel. And because Damien gets kicked out of school or the class session, Blanca tells him you can't compete in the ball, which Ricky won. He's like, you're ruining everything for me. I'm gonna go to the ball anyway, and you're mean mom. She said, and I could throw your shit outside in the street so you could get the heck out. So after they're done, he comes back and goes, Mama, you're right. So as they are cooking Christmas dinner, Blanca burns the turkey and ends up throwing the turkey outside. Out the window. And the Angel goes, what are we going to eat now? And everybody starts laughing. So then they go to a Chinese restaurant. And Blanca's like, well, before we start eating, please, let's open some gifts. So she gives her male friend a Polaroid camera instant. She said, life is not just black and white. You've helped me see color. She gives a little Poppy a fly ash jacket. I can't remember what she gave Ricky. Then she bought Damien a Blue Ease backpack with some socks. And she saves Angel for last and gives her the red pumps she's always wanted. And then Angel starts to cry. Then everybody starts to cry. And it's like, man, you got us crying before we even eat food. So this was a good episode. I totally liked it. Elektra is a super B, and in a bad way. But like I said yesterday, we shouldn't be mean to people because their sexual orientation, their gender, or their race, or their cultural practices or religious practices. It really makes you seem open-minded and stupid, and people like that really frustrate me to death. Like, even though we don't agree with stuff doesn't mean you have to sit there and be hateful to somebody. That makes you so ignorant. And it truly, in my soul, definitely irritates me. I mean, myself, like I said, I like to understand things. Most people in their minds they're raised a certain way and they just see things in one way. And you could say, oh, I don't like this and this, but what if your child ends up being something you don't like? You're going to hate them. This is crazy. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Have a nice day.